thing, I want to change the color of that particular text. What are the steps for that? First, I have to select the text. Then I have to click on the Home tab. When I click on Home tab, I have to click on the Font Color button. That Font Color button is present under the Font group of the Home tab. When I click on the Font Color button, a theme color box will appear. When I see the theme color box, I can see many colors on that. I can choose any one color and the selected text will change its color to that particular color. So what are the steps? First, I have to select the text. Then I have to choose the Home tab. When I have to click on the Font Color button, a theme color box will appear like this. I have to choose any one particular color and that color will be applied to that selected text. Next one is copying formatting. Now for example, I am typing a big document and in one portion of the document I have done some formatting like changing the color, font size, type and all those things. The same formatting I have to do in another portion. So how will I do that? I have to copy the same formatting to another portion. What are the steps for that? For that, first you have to select the text. In that particular text, the formatting is already done. Okay, select the text with the formatting. Then I have to click on Format Painter option. And that Format Painter option is available under the Clipboard group of the Home tab. Till now we saw only the font group. This is Clipboard group of the Home tab. I have an option called Format Painter. When I click on that, the mouse pointer will change to Paintbrush. You can see the mouse pointer is changed to Paintbrush. When I'm clicking on that, what will happen? I have to select the another portion of the text and then I have to click on it. So what will happen? The previous formatting of the previous text, selected text will be applied to this particular selected text. So what are the steps? First, I have to select a text where already the formatting is done. Then I have to click on the Format Painter that is available under the Clipboard group of the Home tab. The mouse pointer will change to Paintbrush. Then I have to select another one portion of the document where I have to do the same formatting. And then I have to click on it. So what will happen? The previous formatting, all those things will be appeared in this particular selected text. Next one is I want to clear all this formatting. So what are the options for that? So again you have to select the text. And then what you have to do? You have to select the option called Clear All Formatting option. And this option is present under the font group itself. So what are the steps? First select the text. You can see the Clear Formatting option under the font group. You have to just click on that. So all the formatting things will be disappeared. Now, next we will discuss what are the shortcut keys. For copying the formatting, the shortcut key is Ctrl plus Shift plus C. After selecting the text, press Ctrl plus Shift plus C. And now I want to paste this formatting to another portion. So I have to just select another text. Then I have to click on Ctrl plus Shift plus V. So that the format will be copied to the another portion. Next is changing text alignment. Alignment means position of the text in a document. We can do this alignment before typing the text or after typing the text. We can set the alignment. There are 4 options in the Word. One is align left, align right, center and justify. So first one is align left. What is that left align means? The left align button, all these buttons are available under the paragraph group of the Home tab. Till now we saw font group, clipboard group. This is paragraph group of the Home tab. You have 4 buttons, that is align left, align right, center and justify. First one is align left. The text will be aligned along the left margin. This is a left align button. Next is center alignment. You can see the text will be aligned between the left and the right margin. So the text will be typed in between the left and the right margin. Next is align right. This is the align right button. So the text will be aligned along the right margin. From the right margin, the text will be typed. Next, the fourth one is justify alignment. This is a button of justify alignment. The text will be evenly aligned from both the left and the right margin. All these 4 options are available under the paragraph group of the Home tab. Bullet means a small graphic symbol. If you have to list any items in a paragraph, you can use this bullets and number option. We can add this bullets or number in a list or to text after typing it or before typing it. First, what are the steps for this? First, you have to select the text, then click on the bullet button or number button. And in that bullet and number button, you have a drop down arrow. Once you click on that, you will find many options where you can select the desired option. See, you can see the bullet button here. Once you click on that, you found different bullets there. You can choose whichever you want. This is a number option. Next to that, when you click on the drop down arrow, you can see whichever number option you want. You can select accordingly, and the selected text will be displayed accordingly. Next, how to remove these bullets and numbers. Again, you have to select the text, whichever where you have bullets and numbers. Then click on the same bullets button to remove the bullet, number button to remove numbers, and list button to remove the list. This is how you will remove the bullets and numbers. So first, to add the bullets, click on bullet button and number button. To remove also, again you have to click on bullets and numbers. Next is applying borders and shading. Why do we apply borders and shading? To make the document look more attractive. What are the steps for this? First, you have to select the text. Once you select the text, you can find a borders button under the paragraph group. There is a drop down arrow. Once you click on that, you will get many options. Among that option, you have to select borders and shading option. Once you click on that, a borders and shading dialog box will appear. You will have many options. Here we have chosen box option. Then under the setting, you can change the border style, color and width and click on OK. So what is the step? First, you have to select the text, then click on the borders button, which is in the paragraph group. You can see many options like this. Under that, you can see the last option as borders and shading. Once you click on that borders and shading option, a new window will be opened, that is borders and shading dialog box like this. And you can select whichever option you want. We have selected box option. Then you can make the settings section. Under the settings section, you can select the border style, then what is the color, what is the width of the border, all the things you can set from this dialog box. And at last, you have to click on OK button, and whichever selected text will be aligned or designed with this particular border. Next is applying drop cap effect. Drop cap effect means it is a new feature of Word 2016. What is it used for? In order to enlarge or make bigger the first letter of the paragraph. If you want to make the first letter of the paragraph bigger, we will use this drop cap effect. Steps. First, you have to select the first word of the document. Click on the Insert tab. In Insert tab, under the text group, you have this drop cap button. You can see in this picture as well. You can see many options. When you click on that, click on this drop cap button. Then you have to select the desired option, how your text should look like, and click on that. Once you do this, the first letter of the paragraph will be enlarged. Drop cap effect means enlarging the first letter of the paragraph. First, you have to click on Insert tab, then drop cap under the text group. Once you do that, you can find many options. According desired option, you can choose. Accordingly, the text will be changed here. Next is gain knowledge part. Always while doing the changes in the file, you have to keep on saving it. Either by clicking the save option from the file tab or by clicking the Ctrl+S option. Next is computer etiquette part. While reading on a computer screen, we should not use pencil or any pointer, because if you use that, it may create permanent scratches on the screen. You should not use any pencil or solid pointer to read the text on the monitor, because as the screen is very delicate, it may cause permanent scratches on the screen.